Hey kids, welcome to Lesson 8, Creating Functions with Parameters, Part 3. Today we're going to be adding parameters to the function draw seagrass. To keep adding variety to our image, let's keep adding parameters to our functions. Currently, the draw seagrass function only can draw a piece of seagrass with arcs of the radius 100. We're going to add a parameter to the function definition for draw seagrass that allows us to control its size. They give us a hint here saying we're only going to need to change the radius of each arc. Make sure your parameter, as always, has a descriptive and meaningful name. We're finally finishing up by updating our function calls to use the new version of draw seagrass. So let's take a look here. They do provide us with a picture as always. As you can see, one piece of seagrass is definitely bigger than the other one. If we look at where I'm at in my previous coding, both of the seagrasses are the same size, and my starfishes are different sizes. So let's take a look at the code here and see what we need to update. So let's go down and find the part where our seagrass is actually drawn. That part is right here. So as you can see, what we want to do here is add a parameter. We do that by just hitting the arrow right here, and we're going to call this one radius. That's because we want to change the radius of each of the arcs. If you look at my description up here, you can see that it says all I need to do is change the radius of each arc. Looking back at my code, the first value deals with angles, the second one deals with radiuses. So let's just change all of these 100s to radius. Make sure your spelling is good on this. I frequently misspell words, so I'm just double checking, making sure that they all line up, which they do. So now that I have my variable set for my calls, I actually have to call that function. So I'm going to go up to my seagrass right here, and I'm going to add my two parameters. Now looking at my drawing here, I can see one seagrass is definitely bigger than the other one. First one is smaller. So my first parameter on my seagrass, I think I'm going to go small around 50. My second one has to be taller. It started at 100, so let's try 120. Let's hit reset and see what happens. Wow, that looks pretty close to me. I'm going to check back with my instructions versus my code to make sure I did everything. I did change my seagrass to have two different sizes. I updated my functions and my drawings look pretty good. Looking through my code, everything checks out. Let's hit the finish button and see what code.org thinks. Good job, and I'll see you on the next lesson.